It's interesting to think that every stranger has a song that is waiting to be sung, actually. This poem looks at the way there's shelter everywhere for us, actually. I love this word nook. You know, a nook in a cave wall, a nook in a pub, a semi-sheltered place where you can't quite be seen, but you can observe everyone else. Yeah, a place that invites you to sit and holds you on your pilgrim way along the journey. Yeah. Sometimes a nook, a wall half down, a swerve in the path where the wind can't catch you. Other times a made shelter, a shepherd's build up of flat stones curved to keep the wind off. Once at the top of the pass, it was a cave in the living rock, taking you in from the swirl and eddy of snow and the killing cold so that you could live to a grey, blank dawn. Then in Galicia, it was a breath of warmth from a kitchen door and a daughter's smile, the family behind inviting you in, as if to say, of all shelter, traveller, you'll ever meet on the road, the stranger's love is best of all. I do remember when I wrote that last line, which came from a very, very deep place inside me, that it quite disturbed my surface personality, the personality who read the poem afterwards, you could say. And I said to myself, is that true, that the stranger's love is best of all? Surely the love of your daughter, the love of your spouse, of your intimate other, surely the love of your good friends, you know, is better than any stranger's love. And then I realized that actually you always come across the deeper person in your spouse when you see them again as a stranger, as if for the first time. Yeah. I remember walking along the banks of the Tiber with with a woman who is now my wife, just getting to know her. And she said to me, you know, I'm not a stick of dynamite. I'm not incredibly charismatic. I'm just like a slowly rising tide. And even though we'd spent a good while together at that time, I suddenly met the stranger in her. I suddenly realized that what the person I had to meet was full of hidden treasures I had not yet discovered. I also realized that I was also half underwater at that time, and the water was actually steadily rising above my head. But, you know, when you fall out with your daughter or your son, which you always do as a parent, yeah, and you make up again, it's usually because you've met the stranger who they are becoming on their pilgrim path. They're becoming an adult who you do not know. And how could you know who that adult is? Because they don't even fully know who that is. So how could you know them? Yeah. You've met the stranger in them, the stranger they are becoming. Yeah. Part of the preparation for the pilgrim path is getting ready to meet not only all the beautiful strangers in the world, but also the stranger that's waiting for you, who, if you're not prepared enough, you're not fully enough in your body, you're not rested enough from the surface fearful conversation, you will turn away from. You will turn away from the very hand outstretched at the kitchen door inside your own heart. Yeah? That palace of light, the crack in the door of your heart. Yeah? There's a lovely line at the end of a poem by Seamus Heaney. It's called Postscript, but he takes you out to this place called the Flaggy Shore. And the last line is this gorgeous image a very physical image that all of us have experienced, which is when you park your car next to the ocean and there's a huge wind blowing, which there often is on the west coast of Ireland. Yeah. We all have this experience of opening the car door and the full power of that gale hitting the sail of that surface area, that door, and the feeling almost of being bodily pulled out of the vehicle. Yeah. And Heaney says, useless to think you'll park and capture it more thoroughly. You are neither here nor there. A hurry through which strange unknown things pass, as big soft buffetings come at the car sideways and catch the heart off guard and blow it open. Useless to think you'll park and capture it more thoroughly. You're neither here nor there. A hurry through which strange unknown things pass, as big soft buffetings come at the car sideways and catch the heart off guard and blow it open. In many ways he's saying, you don't do the willful, you don't undertake the willful task of transformation. Whatever you say to yourself about, I'm going to change, I'm going to change, I'm going to change, I'm going to change, makes absolutely no difference to the hinge, the pivot that lies right at the center of your physical body and your physical heart. Yeah. What Heaney's saying is, all you can do is take yourself to the edge, and in this case, the edge is the flaggy shore, where this incredible conversation, ancient conversation between the ocean and the mountains of the limestone mountains of North Clare take place. Yeah, he says all you can do is go to that frontier and crack the door of your heart open just a little and let the wind get behind it. Yeah, just let yourself feel the slight brokenness of your own body, the way you're open to the world. Yeah, as Leonard Cohen says, the place where the light gets in. Yeah. Not where you feel you're all powerful and all competent, but where you're not put together quite properly, where you don't know how to hold the conversation, where you feel shy, where you don't know what to say or what to wear. Yeah. And you just break open that all too solid center in you and allow that breeze to get in and break it open. And find out who's in that conversation in the wind. Yeah.